Good morning. Maybe you're wondering why I'm wearing a deacon's vestment. It is because today is a very important day, not just for me, but also for my three other colleagues here who were ordained last year, exactly a year ago. We were ordained into the office of the diaconate. And at the same time, today is also the feast of Saint Andrew the Apostle, hence our gospel that we just heard. And the message of our gospel and what happened exactly a year ago in this church is still the same. When God calls us, God does not make a mistake.
Amen.
Kung tawgon kita sa Ginoo, dili gid masayop ang ginawa na. And I remember that it was a historic moment, especially here in our church, because it was the first ordination that happened 16 years after the last diaconate ordination, way back April 2004. And the four of us, answered that call in the midst of a pandemic. That's why naami group chat during that time, and we call ourselves the pandecons, pandemic deacons. So pandeacons. Dili kay kusog mi hinga, dili kay hingaon migpan, dili. But pandemic deacons. So I myself, Deacon Leomar, Deacon Emmy, and Deacon Roy, answered that call on this church. And in our gospel this morning, we also heard, the calling of Peter and Andrew when Jesus called them to become fishers of men. The same with them, we were also called to be fishers of men. As deacons, we were called to serve. And let us remember that, that we cannot serve without humility. Being a deacon is a humbling experience, and at the same time, a humbling privilege to serve others. And if you look at the background of Peter and Andrew, they were just ordinary people. Mga ordinaryo lang sila nga mga tao. Mga mananagat, sa term pa ni Bishop, mga nimahong to isda, nimahong anghit ba, nimahong pukot. Because that was their livelihood. But now, they are being revered, they are being recognized in the whole Catholic faith, as one of the apostles, one of the 12 apostles, the founding members of the church. And the lesson behind that is to never forget where you started. Ay gid kalimti kung asa ka nagsugod. And that is why I'm wearing this vestment of mine, my deacon's vestment. It is because to remind myself where I started, that it all started, that big turning point in my life. It all started. And from there, good things niabot gid sa akong kinabuhi. Mga tanan, mga maayong butang. It was not a perfect journey, but a lot has happened, but God sustained me. In Romans chapter 11 verse 29, it says that the gifts and the calling of God are irrevocable. Di na mabawi. So once God calls you, bisagud saon nimo balibad, digi ka kabalibad.
Amen.
You cannot escape it. Just look at Jonah. When God told Jonah to go to Nineveh, Jonah tried to escape. Sa kung saon, pag-eskapo ni Jonah, dili ang gid siya makaatog Nineveh. But at the end of the day, niabot gid gyapon siya sa Nineveh. Pero ang naghatod sa iya is that. The lesson there is why make our life difficult if we can just directly answer God and say, "Yes, Lord, I will follow you." No need for No need for unnecessary nga mga nga experiences nga magkagubot pa imong kinabuhi. The Lord just wants our yes. Again, as what I said last Sunday, our obedience to God leads us to our blessings. Ang atong pagkamasinugtanon sa Ginoo mo kanato sa atong mga panalangin.
Amen.
That is why obey, submit. That's how obedience is very important. And I know each of us, especially kamo nga nadiha nga naglingkod, I know for those who are watching this live stream, I know that God has a call in your life. You may be wondering what it is, or when will it happen, or when will God call you. But I urge you to prepare for it, to prepare to say yes.
Amen.
Because if we really love God, we will really do everything for Him. Buhato na to ang tanan para sa iya. We will give our everything to Him. Because that's what love is. Greater love is this, that a man would give his life for his friend. And if we really love God, we are willing to give our lives to Him, to be used by Him for His glory and honor. Amen. Please stand.